Let's talk about one of the most common and expensive mistakes I see permanent jewelry artists making all the time, and that's undercharging. My name's Jake Randolph. I'm the owner of Linked Permanent Jewelry Training. We've trained thousands of students over the years on how to do a permanent jewelry business, and we have hundreds of success stories of people going from zero, no experience to six figures. So we want to help you get to that point too. So let's talk about undercharging. I see this all the time. Artists come in to the industry, they're excited, but then they start offering bracelets for $30 or $40 or $50. They're trying to be affordable because they think that's going to attract more customers. And sure, they might book a few appointments, but long term, that strategy is going to hold you back. It's going to crush your profits, and it's going to make you wish, you had never done it before. So glad to have you on this video. Let's teach you what not to do. So undercharging hurts your business because low pricing becomes a trap. You're spending time and materials with no margin because you're not pricing your services high enough to have that profit margin. And what this is also going to do is attract the wrong kind of clients. And after seeing thousands of businesses running multiple seven-figure businesses myself, you don't want to attract the clients who are just looking at price. On top of that, you're going to have to work twice as hard just to break even. Like, nobody started a business just to work twice as hard to try to break even. And you're going to position yourself by undercharging as a budget option, which is it's hard to shake that reputation. Once you get the budget reputation, it's not good. So remember, permanent jewelry is a luxury service. Not everyone offers it. Not everyone can do it well. And not everyone has the setup, the training, or experience that you bring to the table. So why are you charging like you're doing a Groupon? Why are you charging like you're doing a basic bracelet off Etsy? You have to start thinking like a premium brand. So let's look at how some luxury premium brands actually operate. Rolex doesn't compete with Fossil. Louis Vuitton doesn't price match Amazon handbags. And high-end brands charge more because their experience, their product, and positioning are better. You need to do the same thing as a business owner. From the moment a customer sees your table, your tray, your setup, your chains, you should be giving off elevated energy. You don't need to be flashy. You just need to be confident in your brand, your value, and your pricing. So how do you charge more and actually get it? Because you're probably wondering, like, well, if I raise my prices, am I going to lose customers? It's usually the reverse. And this is how we help our students confidently raise their prices without scaring people off. You need to position the service as an experience. You're creating meaningful, permanent memories, whether it's friendship bracelets or mother-daughter sets or bridal stacks. These are memories. And what you're going to do is use high-quality displays and clear pricing. When everything looks professional, customers are going to trust your value before you even speak to them. They're already going to assume that you're a professional because you have a professional setup. You also want to show social proof. So photos, reviews, customer testimonials, these are going to help people justify premium pricing because they see that other people enjoyed it too. And so they're more likely to enjoy it. It's kind of like if you were to go on Amazon and look for a product and you see other people have 5-star reviews, you're going to have a better attitude about that product versus if it has 2-star review on Amazon, you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to assume that product is very bad based on the previous reviews. That's why social proof is so important. Now let's talk about quality. Explain what gold filled is. Talk about hypoallergenic change. Let them know this isn't fast fashion. It's made to last and you're the expert. So don't flinch when you say your price. Say it confidently. Say it with a smile. Move forward. This one is $95. Want to see what it looks like stacked? When you believe in your value, people can feel that. And more often than not, they're going to buy more. Let's talk real numbers. The undercharging trap I see all the time. So let's say you charge $50 per bracelet and you do 6 clients a day. That's only $300 a day before cost. So maybe $240 in profit. Now, imagine you charge $85 per bracelet. Same number of clients. That's over $500 a day, more than double your profit. Same time, same effort, double profit. Now, let's say half of those clients, do a stack and get at least 2 pieces. Now you're talking $800 to $1,000 a day now. So all that because you charge what the service is actually worth. And it's not just about making more money. It's about building a brand that lasts. Here's the thing. Your clients want premium, so give it to them. Let me say this clearly. Most of your best clients don't want cheap. They want a clean, polished experience, quality materials, and someone who knows what they're doing, because this is supposed to be something meaningful and lasting, and they're willing to pay for it. I heard a quote one time that said, if you're the cheapest, nobody expects you to be the best. And if you're the best, nobody expects you to be the cheapest. One of our students, Peyton, who makes over $50,000 per month, she was talking to me the other day. She's like, yeah, Jake, I'm always the most expensive at my events. I have other competitors there, but everybody comes to my booth because I'm the most expensive. They assume I'm the best. And so if you're in that, comment below if you're in that trap of thinking that you need to charge cheap prices to attract people. My challenge to you is to raise your prices. This is your permission right now to raise your prices if that's what you're looking for, if you want to be successful. Now, the key is showing up like a business, not a hobby. You have to show up like a business. So if you've been undercharging or you're nervous about your pricing, let this be the moment you step into premium. Raise your rates, refine your display, own your value. Your profit and your brand will thank you. So by now, you've seen what's possible: $3,000 days, $10,000 months or more, and high profit services that don't take all day to perform. But the truth is, don't have to figure this out on your own. At Linked Permanent Jewelry Training, we don't just teach you how to weld. We give you everything you need to turn this into a booked out business. And here's what makes us different. You have step-by-step online training. You can follow at your own pace. I've seen people watch it in a day. I've seen people take a few weeks to watch it. It's up to you. It's at your own pace. We have done-for-you marketing materials, flyers, templates, menus, more. So that way you can already have everything ready to market your business. And you're going to get access to premium chain by the foot for linked student special pricing. That way you don't have to buy in bulk. If you don't want to, you can buy small pieces like we talked about in this series to try out different stuff. And last but not least, you're going to get weekly business coaching with me, with our team. We're going to help you out. Anytime you need one-on-one support, just let us know. And that support's actually lifetime. And it's going to come with a private community of other artists growing with you. So that way you have that support around you. So whether you're brand new or maybe you're already taking clients, our students scale faster because they get the tools, the strategy, and the support. We've helped stay-at-home moms hit $10,000 a month. We've helped estheticians add another $5,000 to $10,000 a month in side income as an additional revenue source. We've helped beginners go from zero to fully booked, and we've helped pros finally create systems that scale. So even if you're already doing permanent jewelry, we have access to resources and coaching in Linked. And so maybe you didn't train with us originally, maybe you taught yourself. That's fine. We still want to invite you to the Linked community as well. So whether you're looking to start a permanent jewelry business or you already do permanent jewelry, click the link below, get started, find out the options. I would love to see, more people step up and really make those six-figure incomes. I love to see the success stories where people, are able to quit their 9-to-5 jobs and, really create something more for themselves. So I always tell people, you can make more money, but you can't make more time. And so every day that you go by and you're not taking it to the next level, you're wasting time that you can never get back. And so we're going to help you launch strong, grow fast, and stay profitable every step of the way.